It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Come on, 180, 51, come on. You can't block me. You can't.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
180, 54, Mike. Got to do better.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Crunch time, defense.
Lock in. Hey, 18.
Jacobs now will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one, deep left side, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's just me and you. Check safety. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And caught by Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give for Henderson running to the right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make this little sudden.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Going to throw right side here, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Trubisky now to throw on third down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Ready? Mike 51, Mike 51. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 31, check 31.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fends him off. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Sit up. 180. Right there. 54 Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Jump.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Here we go, here we go. Hey, check Mike 57.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky, he gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. Humphreys. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A try here for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right over there. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Kill.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
He's checking craft.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here, the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Ready? Hey, alert, 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 alert! Alert, 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 alert!
Watch the slap. Check 50, check 50. Hatch it. Shoot.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Stop!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
180.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
18.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky will throw. Forced out to his left. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Now it's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. able to get there and pick it.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Broncos take
Let's go.
over
Let's do
first
it.
and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Let's go. Hey, alert three, alert three.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Right, right. Go 50 against the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for six. It got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 71 yards.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And he's got Booker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and run it here.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Joker, 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 joker. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Hey, hey, watch this, watch this.
Check, 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 check. No, no.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bradley Chubb
But,
on the tackle.
gotta get the point. Get on the point right here. Switch, switch, switch.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, tight, tight. Check 52. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno. Tighten up.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Stay with your man. Come on, fellas.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of.